Welcome back to Early Season Marketing. My name is Ross, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 phone calls you have to be doing this tax season. So let's just start out by looking at why making phone calls can be such a powerful tool for your tax office. When it comes to getting your message in front of people, a phone call is the golden standard. Being able to speak with someone directly means that you can be 100% certain that they received the information about your promotions this season, whereas an email or text message might go unopened or unanswered. Even if someone's opened up your email, you still don't really know if they've had a chance to read through all the information about your promotions unless they actually respond to your email or book an appointment through a scheduling. Now, with a well-scripted phone call, that conversation can typically be done in 2 to 3 minutes, where you can get them all the information about the promotions this season and actually schedule them in for appointment so they can come in and file their taxes as soon as possible. So instead of having to email back and forth for days or sometimes even weeks, you can get right in front of your client with a phone call and get them scheduled straight away. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying emails or text messages are bad at all. In fact, a lot of people are going to prefer to communicate with you over text or email. But having a strategy in place that can effectively leverage all of these different avenues is going to get you the best results. And again, keep in mind that phone call is going to be a critical component that you have to be working. So this means that if you start hitting your list with appointment setters in the preseason, you could potentially have your office jam-packed on the very first day of the season, and that momentum will just keep snowballing. Okay, so enough reasons why these are so important. I'm sure you get it by now. Let's take a look at the 3 phone calls that you have to be making this season. We have the prior year customer calls, the new lead calls, and the referral calls. So let's go through each one of these calls one at a time, and let's start with the prior year customer calls. All right, so the objective of this call is to simply reach out to your customers, let them know about the promotions you're running this season, and if possible, get them scheduled as soon as you open so you can start their taxes. The most common objection or complaint you're gonna hear is, I don't have my paperwork yet. So it's super simple to handle. All you have to say is, hey, no worries, we just want to get you in so we can get all your paperwork started. That way, when your W-2 does come in, we can get you to the head of the line and get your tax return as fast as possible. Remember, it always helps to have an incentive for them filing with you to encourage them to get into your office straight away. So for this call, you're going to want to schedule your appointment setters to start making these calls no later than December 15th, and you want to run them until you've at least talked to everyone on the list, or at least towards the end of January. Now, the next call you'll want to be making are the new lead follow-up calls. Now, hopefully if you're out there marketing and you're constantly generating leads for your office, you should always have a big list of people that you can call for follow-up. If you don't have new leads coming in constantly for your office, but you want to learn more about how you can grow your tax office with early season marketing, there should be a link in the description below this video, so go and click on that to learn more about our program. The objective of the new lead follow-up call is very similar to the prior year customer call. You want to follow up with your leads, you want to remind them of the offers, and you want to schedule them in as soon as possible. The schedule for these follow-up calls is going to be absolutely crucial to the success of converting these leads into new customers. Time and time again, we talk to business owners who say, oh, the leads aren't answering the phone, or they don't remember our promotions. And when we go and look at the call logs, we typically see that they're calling and following up with these leads 1, 2, or maybe 3 days after the lead was actually generated. And guys, this is way too long. Like, when the lead fills out that form, for them, that entire experience probably takes less than 30 seconds, right? Within a couple hours, they're gonna completely forget they even did that, and sometimes completely even forget that you exist. This is why it is so crucial, like we cannot stress this enough. It is so important that you follow up with those new leads within 5 to 15 minutes, or if they came in after hours, the first thing the very next day. Guys, this is all about speed to the lead, right? The faster you can follow up with them, the better results you're going to see. So if the leads are coming in during business hours, you better have a dedicated caller who can keep monitoring all of the lead flow to follow up with them as soon as possible. And for any of those leads that come in after hours, here's a quick schedule for your appointment setters. So they want to follow up with them the very first thing the next day. If no answer, call them again in the afternoon. And if still no answer, call them very first thing the next day after. The most common objection you're going to hear with these new leads is going to be something like, oh, I never filled out that form, or I don't know why you guys are calling me. So it's super simple to handle, but again, if you guys are on point with your follow-up game and calling these leads within 5 to 15 minutes after they're generated, you're going to completely obliterate these objections. People aren't even going to be saying it. In fact, they're going to be so friggin' impressed how quick you followed up with them that alone can sometimes be enough to just generate a new customer. So if they're still saying, hey, you know what, I didn't fill that form, or I don't know why you guys are calling me, don't just hang up and call it a dead lead, right? You're on the phone with someone who is a potential customer. So instead, what you should be doing is just handling it, right? It's super simple. All you have to say is, hey, no worries, listen, you would have seen an advertisement online where we're promoting all of our offers that we're running this tax season. We're actually offering, XYZ, talk about your promo for filing, your bank products, referrals, etc., and just share all that information with them. Most often, this is going to be enough to either remind them about the promotion they saw, and they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I remember seeing that. You can continue with scheduling them in. But again, if they still don't remember, ask them if they filed their taxes yet, right? Again, you're on the phone with someone, might as well try and close them, right? Ask them if they filed. If not, invite them down to your office. And now the last but not least is the referral call. Now, this is where a lot of tax offices are leaving a lot of money on the table if they're not making these calls. So the objective of this referral call is to get referrals, right? That's it, it's to get referrals. But there is a specific way we teach this call to our tax office clients, and lucky for you, I'm gonna share this call with you just because you've made it this far in the video. And by the way, if you like the content so far in this video and feel like you've gotten some value out of it, we'd really appreciate a like, thumbs up, and hopefully you can even subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can automatically be alerted as we release new content onto our channels. So the first thing is, you do not want to just start this call just going for the throat, asking for the referral, right? You're calling them on their time and you want to respect that. So the way you want to open this conversation is with gratitude, right? You want to say something like, hey Sean, we just wanted to reach out to you and really thank you for your business, for filing with us this season. And we'd love to get some feedback just to hear a little bit how your experience was with our office. After that lead in, once you get some feedback, you can then decide if you want to go and ask for the referral or not. Now, obviously, if a customer is not happy with your services, right? You want to try and console them a little bit, but let them know that you're going to take down their information. Make sure you pass it off to a manager so that they can follow up with them directly to resolve any issues. If they've had a positive experience with you and have been happy to have filed with you, then you want to go and ask for the referral. Again, make sure you have a great referral program to really incentivize them to send as many people as possible into your office. A quick tip, make sure your referral program isn't limited by the amount of people, right? So don't have a program that says, hey, after you send in 5 people, you get XYZ. By doing that, you're just going to limit the amount of referrals you're actually going to receive, because on average, your customer is going to be able to send maybe 1 or 2 people into your office. So by setting that threshold at 5, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to miss out. And because of that, they're just not going to want to send any referrals at all. So again, just make sure you're giving them an incentive for every single person they send in. And then maybe if you want to, add another kind of bonus for every 5 or 10 customers that file with you through their referrals. So that's it for this video. And again, let's recap. You want to be making the prior year customer calls, the new lead follow-up calls, and the referral calls to get the best results this season. You can also head over to earlyseasonmarketing.com, take a look at the resources and tools section so you can get access to more scripts and trainings to really help you grow your tax office.